Hello. That requires skill you do not possess. I guess let me pause Spotify. There we go. Yeah. So we're gonna be pulling for Cloud Retainer tonight. Let's see. I chose this spot for the ritual because that's where her den is, and this is the team. Wait, hold on, I went too far. Who's the team I don't care to fuck with? Oh yeah, this one. All right, so we gotta put Ganyu.
What are my orders?
And I did buy her skin. And Dendro Traveler.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
And the reason why is because Cloud Retainer loves the tell of ever seen stories about Ganyu. I mean, she's obviously gonna tell it to the Traveler. You can't switch while sitting? I mean, hell, like how she fucking choked a beast to death because she was so chunky as a kid. Oh my god, this skin is gorgeous though. Look at that. Look at that. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the Genshin community would love to die by Ganyu's thighs or ass, if we're being real. Okay, so I have 74 wishes. I will not lie. I was off stream the last 2 days scrounging for any primos I can, like through my exploration of Sumeru, because my exploration was bad, especially for me. Okay, what is the pity at? I do not know. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, it's higher than I thought. Okay, so it's at 30. Perfect. I'd bring Shinha there, I wish. Yeah, but you're at work. Okay. And before, wait, I forgot the other part of the ritual, the Adeptus Temptation. We got to eat at her table, and we got to bring the best of the best food. Nom nom. Okay. 30 pity, let's go! Boom! Damn. Can I really hope to get more Farazan copies, because I would like that for my Zhao. Oh, hey, hello there. Oh, man. I still have to win the 50-50, and that's going to be scary. No, it's not in the first multi, sadly. But the second multi, though. Just kidding. But imagine if it did. So that's 50.
Hey,
Oh,
boss. The name's Gaming.
what the fuck? He talked to the Ben?
So all this needs shipping, right?
What?
No. You grab a seat and have some tea. I'll get these packed up for you, no problem. It'll only take me a minute. Then we can get the delivery scheduled. Oh, and if you ever want to book a show dance, me and my crew are available in a heartbeat. The troup's called the Mighty Mythical Beasts, and I'm the head. Not to brag or anything.
So when did they... Okay, is that just a him thing, or is that something they're gonna do for all the characters? They're gonna do their introduction line through that. But that's cool, I got the 4-star. Oh, and a Noelle? 2? Hey, 2 4-stars, let's go. He's so cute. I love his little pet. He just kept talking though. Yeah, that was new as fuck. I was like, another Farazan? Question mark? Oh, another Gaming. I'm happy. C1. Damn it, still? Wait, I forgot the pity already. Let's see. I'm either at 60 or 70. I don't know. I'll find out when I edit the video for YouTube. Another guy? What the fuck? I hope I'm saying his name right. I know it's not gaming. Fuck! No. I'm gonna hit hard pity for her. Goddamn. That's even if I get her, I still have to win the 50-50. I'm probably not gonna win it. Oh, what the fuck? Another one? Yo, the boy loves me. It's telling me to build him, I guess. So, okay. This should be well, yeah, 5-star. Please. Oh my god, yes! Wait, she had to fuck, I skipped it. I'm not. She started talking, I'm not used to that. Oh, fuck. Another guy? What the fuck, bro? I got her. I won the 50-50. Let's go. And let's see. Do I have? I have 5 pity. Yellow. Could you imagine? I don't have either 5-star. I mean, it was worth a shot, right? Narjal go make people go. Ooh. Oh, Ningguan. I already have you C6. I got you C6 a long time ago. But I got her. How many copies did I got? 4 fucking copies of this dude. Holy shit. Wait, no, 5. I got 5. He's C4. What the fuck? Let me see.
What? A cursory change in one's appearance and you barely recognize me. Then let one dispel any doubt. One is in all things unconstrained and unabashed, free to live as one pleases, go where one desires, and journey with whomsoever one wishes.
Before the event? No.
In light of one's considerable renown, please call me Xianyun in public.
Let's see. Wait. I gotta see. What does she say when the ally takes damage?
The audacity! This one is no weakling. One shall not back down. Be wise to your limits. You should have called on one.
Should have called on one. What? Oh, what am I? Actually, I didn't even try her in the trial. I don't think. Hold on, let's see her in the trial. I've not tried her.
Skyward!
Oh, so beautiful.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand! Let me weave you a verse. Huh? Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Strike cloud converge! No, my sword!
Many happy returns!
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Boom! Seize the skies!
Up to it, Monzai!
Alright, congrats on retainer, but you're off the pass pills. Okay, thank you for popping in. I was surprised how short that session was. I thought I was going to be struggling, but I have not get. I'm gonna try a little bit in her weapon. I'm gonna try. Oh, I did not know I had that many. Oh. Maybe I can hold Cobia. Oh, who did I get for the 4-star or what? I'm gonna need that. I don't have a lot. Well, damn. But hey, at least I got Cloud Retainer, so I'm fucking happy. Oh, it put them in the party. That's kind of cool. Wait, what constellation is Farazan? I have to level up Farazan now. C2. I need her at C6 to do the crazy shit for Zhao. I heard Oathsworn Eye is pretty good for her. What am I don't know what I'm looking for. There we go. I do know, but I don't know. Isn't she pure? Like, you gotta build her like with a lot of attack percent? Like everything she has scales off attack percent? I remember I really wanted to level this up, so. And of course it goes into the one useless stat. It went in. No! Not like this! Why? Why? It has 3 good stats and it goes into the only stat. I swear to God. Motherfucker! I went to ER at least this time. I'll take it. I'm so fucking pissed it went 3 times into flat defense. Why? Why? Anything else would have been good. Oh my. Oh wait, what are her talents? Oh wait, I need to send her derp. Herpaderp.
Given that one spends so much time indoors.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, bitch bird. That's from the new boss. Hold on. Oh, I made her glasses do a funky thing.
Given that one spends so much time indoors, it is rather nice to perform a little exercise once in a while.
True. Boom. 4-star. Okay, now we can do her story chapter quest.
Conquering demons is what I do.
A walk would be nice.
I guess Jean?
We may leave at any time.
Oh my god. Wait, what is her talent? I wonder. I actually don't know it. Her increased gliding speed for your own party members by 15%. Oh. So she got the zoomies. Wait. I don't have a glider on her. I need a good glider. Why did the Sumeru ones look good on her? Yeah. What the hell? Wait, that's Xiao's flute, isn't it? I didn't think that thing was real. I heard about it, but I didn't know if it was real or not. Okay, so these are the 3 story quests I have not done. I'll do the hangout events a different stream though, but I want to do hers really bad.
Here we are, right outside her place.
I didn't think it would make me start right here.
I still remember the first time we came here. We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
I mean, to be fair, if her best friend was murdered or like assassinated or some, I'd be pissed too. But yeah, I also kind of forgot she threatened to destroy Liyue Harbor.
We don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if... Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye? Whoa, what a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
That is.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady.
She's so
really.
pretty.
She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country. Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello? Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the travel. Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name?
You two...
She's like, you don't
What
recognize?
is this tomfoolery? Has a shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Wait, you're... Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you're human! How did that happen?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging now because...
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning.
There are reasons, but doesn't want to scots.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
She's so pretty, and she reminds me so much of Bayonetta, and I love it. Try to fail.
Well, this is a...
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts? Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can...
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you.
Yeah.
However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into...
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at...
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor.
Yeah.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she
Oh my
returns
god,
to
her
Mount Outfront
traveling
each
is so
year.
nice.
Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
Oh.
Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Okay, so it's only at the end of the skill it'll do the bird thing. I thought as long as I was in flight. So if I'm gliding, I can't use it, but... Oh, I can't use it in free falling either. Damn.
Yeah, scatter! Skyward!
Okay. It doesn't look super great on her once, like, it's in flight. Like, I don't know, in the screen, it... Let's try a different one. Let's try a different glider. This one looks better, especially from the front side.
Yeah, skyward!
Oh, please don't tell me Zhao's gonna wake
We're
up
almost
dead.
at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
She just...
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But why?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention...
Fair enough. Makes sense. All right then, let's...
Cloud Retainer?
She noticed. She's like, oh shit.
Oh, busted.
Is that lady someone you know? She is indeed. I'm sorry, Xianyun, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary...
Thank you, Xianyun.
Yes, thank you, nameless NPC, for serving the Coco Goat.
It's been
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Uh-huh.
Seems she's not buying it.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Dude, the feathers on the back of her outfit are like very beautiful. I love it.
But recognizing you is, my response.
An apt One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it—
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any import. Cloud Retainer's right! We've still got something super important.
Oh, is that so?
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today.
No, let's hang out with her all
A more
day.
involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less—
I understand.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Ganya's like, ma'am, please shut your fucking face. Like, look at that face.
Cloud Retainer!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation?
Some recent adventures with Ganyu.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need— Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is—
You really think so? Not that you're not?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun. That's how you say it. I didn't know how to say it. Xianyun.
Can you?
Xianyun.
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An Adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and—
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud—
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
A lot of people did. Let's be real.
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can— It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Like the Sumeru
The
Desert?
books had this to say about— Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away.
Wow. That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely what one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Yeah, but I don't know if they could have brought the rain like you did,
So
honey.
You stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not.
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial...
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
It kind of makes me think how Jekage calls her bitch bird all the
Well,
time.
that is quite enough ancient history for now.
I wonder how well he
have you
does.
heard word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during land?
That is a
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Xiangling still off and out in search of new recipes.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
Yeah.
Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person.
Huh? But didn't you...
can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Xianyun. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity...
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you
Bye, Coco.
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Huh. She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard
She
that cool
fires
story about her powers?
projectiles. What does a charge attack look like? Oh, that's pretty. I actually didn't look at some of her animations. Hold up. Damn, that's gorgeous. That's because I wish it was night. I feel like at night that like her stuff would look better. You know, I'm gonna make it night. I want to look at her shit at night. I'm being silly. Don't mind me. Oh, that looks so much better. So much clearer.
Skyward! Scatter! Scatter!
Boring. Susu, I'm exhausted.
Dude, this is actually a super fun way to travel. Holy shit.
Skyward! Scatter!
Shenhe!
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Oh, she's gonna beat the tar out of you, dude. She's got homicidal rage.
I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey,
You do it.
no. I think you should. Wait,
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of Mora meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Damn. She's like, she attracts customers and scares them away so they order their food and go. I love it.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Oh, she's so polite with us.
Welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
This is Miss Xianyun.
Master?
Xianyun, yeah.
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with...
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you. You.
Oh, she's gonna cry.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well...
And check out the great food, too!
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very...
Well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. Are you here for... The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So, I've got... Go ahead. Sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Work needs to be more like this. Like, it's fine to talk with your
Thank
friends
you,
for a
Chef
bit.
Mao.
As long as you get your job done. Some of them are like, yeah, it's not perfection, me. It's like, get the fuck up.
Skyward! Scatter!
I did not know there were tables back here. At least I don't remember tables being back here.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
She just like murder. Oh, my emote wall's not working and my chat box isn't working, so y'all don't see that emote, and I am sad.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well in...
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be...
I see. Oh, just as expected of I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like...
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange...
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never...
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's
Oh?
She's like, huh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the...
Huh. What kind of
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Dude, she built a motorcycle? That's awesome.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Yo, can you build that for me so I can get across the fucking desert
Oh,
fast?
it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could... Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
So, like, Mooncarver and, crap, I forgot. It's Mooncarver and the other one. The other two Adeptus, like, are they gonna get human forms? Like, are we gonna get, like, I know it's the deer and the other bird. Like, maybe get some new daddies in, Genshin?
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. with you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without...
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several... Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
This smells like a load of barnacles.
What is the reason for that look of...
It's nothing. It's just... well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated... I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real class?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that...
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question this. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
She got the big
Do
head.
you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck with the lunchtime rush.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Shenhe rerun with Lantern, right? And we're getting Yaimiko. I felt like we just got a Yaimiko, even though I do love her.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
You're making me hungry, Carol.
So tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables...
Shall we try somewhere else, Grant? But it smells so delightful. Can we really not?
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if...
Okay, I'll ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables.
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Don't mind at all.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with...
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so...
Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older.
She's like, word Gilf Bulls. You missed him.
Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not...
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rain.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Right, that's what Paimon... Need any
help? Oh, do you mean with... Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kind... Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every... They died young. It's just... Oh. But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too.
Aww.
Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
True. Because like having someone with dementia it's pretty hard sometimes. Like I was really sad that like when my grandma was passing, she probably wouldn't have remembered who I was because her dementia got apparently really bad. So that's why we stopped seeing her as much at family gatherings in the last few years.
Wow. You're really tough for your age, kid.
True.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle. And you're...
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again?
Oh no.
I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
It's her. It's Cloud Retainer.
That sounds super important.
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and you know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I?
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Oh my god, Paimon, shut up.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no...
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what...
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now.
A younger version.
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation.
Are you sure?
Paimon's Paimon.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us...
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
True. Unless it's just to win a free weapon.
You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly? All we have to go off is that dream.
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely...
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny...
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald...
Okay, taking the...
Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past...
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few...
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Xianyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam P?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once...
Yay.
For this price,
Everyone, please, eat to your heart's content.
Skyward!
foreign.
Yeah. Scatter!
God, the traveling is so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be in his new outfit for a second.
Huh. It's you two. What?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about...
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people eyed all they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew—
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
How convenient for the plot.
Still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any place—
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Xianyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in— You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration, it's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something.
Suspicious.
There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover—
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion? Wait, why does— Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu—
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably— The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
God damn.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to shave today, and I hate it.
To do so much for the people while still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could— Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun, and Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time.
It's no problem at all.
Yeah! Got her!
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah! Skyward!
I think my only complaint about this skill is you can't activate it in the
I
air.
recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
Thank you. Straight word, but ping. What has amused?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear—
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal—
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making...
Well, approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor? Not unlike the...
It does not require as much as you may think. Still...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping!
She's wanting to live in the harbor?
Nothing save for some trivial matters.
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have...
Alright, scene. Paimon relays his theory.
Do not be troubled, young lady.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you...
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of a bunch of weird sigils. I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dews. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains. Thoroughly wonderful.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among...
Thank you.
So cute.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you some?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you.
A secret? Yeah.
What's wrong? Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant. But are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Oh!
She is.
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Xianyun call herself an adept.
Oh, must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain?
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of...
Huh? I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crate. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed, and my fever was gone.
Cloud Retainer. Damn, she's the secret nanny.
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay. So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have
a pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from
That's weird. Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, let's go to Wangshu.
Okay.
Since she was 6, she probably didn't notice like the blue markings on her, because she is mostly white on her in her feathers. So it's not too far-fetched. Oh yeah, what does she need to ascend? I had a clear water jade. Oh, she got a thingy. Is it gonna fire a laser? Oh, it's gonna make bun. Wait, popcorn. It made popcorn. Yo, she's got portable popcorn. I'm still salty about the sand piece though. Wait, what? I never actually looked at her constellations. Oh, gains 1 additional charge. That one is super long. I gotta go to their iron. I do like the traveling in this, but I don't like it so much I'm gonna travel like that far.
Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's... I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which...
I'll come with.
Oh. Imagine just be like, hey, can my grandma look at different windows?
Understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Whoa! So, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
Get fucked.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for... It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous... I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
I would love to see a cutscene of that. You two going ham in the Archon War?
Wow! What was she like during the... Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Damn, she got you pegged.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her...
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your...
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape when dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world? A mortal form is hardly the most fitting.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor. And always in her avian. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human form.
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matter.
Granny?
She's like, shut your face.
Back then...
Perhaps this conversation should end here. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
But it's all fine because I have you both in my party, so hey.
Everyone, I think Granny is finally...
Slowly now, calm your mind and
A long time ago, I stayed here to recoup...
Huh. So what Shinto said was true! You did fall ill!
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying and it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only...
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me.
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next...
Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Jueyun? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out after all, if she was there for any length
Oh
of
my
time,
God.
then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
This story quest is actually kind of fucking with me in a way I was not prepared for today. Wait, I have our normal quest up at Longshill Hill?
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
No honor among thieves.
Skyward! Scatter! Go its way!
Evil conquering! Here!
The hunter becomes...
Wait, doesn't she heal? So maybe I don't need Jean in this team. I know Farazan's still.
Treasure orders here. Guess it's time to round up some bad guys.
Make way for the adept!
Useless! Boring! Here! Disappear! Here!
Oh, it does heal me.
Here!
I can't crit at all. What the hell?
Here!
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wenda?
Let me think. I feel, but I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other...
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, she's sweet.
Thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
You with your fucking 20 guts that you engorge in.
Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter!
Useless!
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Now I probably should have like have this team a bit more figured out. Too bad I don't have Farazan at C6. If I did, this team I would switch out Jean and have a very cracked team, but well, kinda. My Farazan ain't even built. Ooh, wait, there's a chest I missed?
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
True.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
I go, wee!
I don't remember this place at all. I don't think I've ever been. Still, I was thinking. This place feels perfect for a...
Huh? Why a game of...
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I
don't remember playing it that much. Are you sure about that, Granny? We only played a few times, and we stopped once we realized I was no good at the whole
Ah, is that so?
Not here then.
Or maybe it was for something else. Never know.
Skyward! Scatter!
Skyward!
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
This place.
She recognizes it. Bum bum bum.
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Xianyun. This is where your father was. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monster. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my
Sin?
What oath?
Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, but you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just...
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than any.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left.
I like her hairpin in the back of her hair.
The next place should be Xianyun Peak.
Oh.
Hyundai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only
this
wish
is getting
to
depressing.
depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
No, Cloud Retainer. I don't know how I missed these two things, I'll be honest.
These could be salvaged for parts.
I'll just take out Jean and throw in Bennett, maybe?
You want...
I mean, she heals. There's not much sense in having Jean besides, like, maybe a battery, but...
There's quality here.
Wait, what am I... Wait. Hold on, let me light that torch.
We go!
I'm sure there's not any
Skyward! Scatter!
other torches to light. No? Maybe? Question mark?
Skyward!
The fucking flying fist. And here comes the giant fist! Oh yeah, these wings are definitely the choice. Oh, she's got little feathers like how Venti's does. Ah, it's so beautiful.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny One Day?
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before? When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places.
What if she was like a disciple for Cloud Retainer?
But
In
here,
interview.
I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
Maybe it's the other mountain.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you two.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, that's where Cloud Retainer. Am I calling it?
Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
That's why Cloud Retainer thought she looked familiar.
Are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do—
Mount Outsong, What am I?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity.
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head. It feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong?
Cloud... Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can
What the
aid
fuck?
you in suppressing the
That just
fear in
popped
your
up. It's
heart
like, hello.
and restoring your lost memories. Currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
Surprised I didn't get like a test trial for her. Maybe because she's in my party, or I have to go through something later.
Yeah, skyward!
Dove in the water.
Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this thing you've...
Here, this is it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, it's...
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium Mech. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic, soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia. Its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
Dude, I would love this so I could make sure I sleep when I want to go to sleep.
Oh, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why we could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved time?
How preposterous. Had you and I not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
True, you can't help someone unless they want to help themselves. And that's the truth. They can't change, or they can't step forward. You can't force them. Like you can't, like the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body
that's
feels
beautiful.
light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
And you and I. Is the mechanism helping you to relax? It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some...
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago.
She was the crane? Oh my god.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? You already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I...
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your...
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, Xianyun, everyone, I cannot thank you and...
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One...
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Joy?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by.
50 years ago?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from... She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she, but I was still far from being a real Adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia.
Was it because of...
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering.
Yeah, I got her.
I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a... I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, but that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Granny! What's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an Adeptus? No, Master. Don't tell me.
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I...
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the... One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter...
Wait! Paimon's come... So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the...
Do we get a cutscene? Like a pretty cutscene? Oh.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Is this her home?
Scatter!
Oh, yo, she's got two.
Skyward! Scatter!
She got two skills. Oh.
In truth,
one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies. Glaring though they may have been, wishing to
Damn.
grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for. As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of.
She put on a fake
One was
mustache.
quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
Yeah, skyward! Yeah, skyward!
Oh, her fan is so pretty.
Yeah, skyward! Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What the?
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable. Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with Adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Scatter! Yeah! Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter!
Hey, what constellation is she in this? Probably C3, yeah, C3.
Yeah! Skyward! Seize the skies! Riveted! Skyward! Scatter!
I'm sad. It's a. She's
Those
fun. I
monsters
like her.
would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was more than it.
Yeah! Skyward!
Oh, she has like glowy effects on the end
Now
of
you should
her
have a
wing
complete
feathers here.
understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics,
so did you give one many a... Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
She used makeup covering. That's hilarious.
It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways. Now all has... One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe.
Aww.
Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience.
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring...
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One...
Thank you. I just...
You and I... One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result...
So, what's...
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience.
She's gotta go back to being a regular...
Master, you've already done... I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I...
Not long. The transformation is in...
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My own... Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
What if Crane was asking, not Crane, Cloud Retainer was asking about, like, does it cost a lot? Because she's going to move into Leeway Harbor to help the girl.
I promise, Granny.
Sorry, I almost lost my composure there.
Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I.
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard.
This is sad.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes.
That's a good girl. Then Granny... I'm so sorry, Master.
Oh, she transformed back. What a beautiful sunset. It is not the best day ever, phone. I don't know if y'all heard my phone go off. It's in the background.
You.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must.
Fuck. This quest is hitting me. This is cute. What? His sister. It's just pleasant dream.
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me.
Aww. She has her white glows, like when they had their original power.
If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
They had him
Ready
talk
to
more.
wake up.
Aww. Aw, the little animals.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Aw, we all need
After
someone
all,
like her.
As an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
I need head pats from a Grammy.
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
Paimon, you silly goose. She's chewing on her finger.
Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks. That...
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Xianyun, you're awake.
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so... Madam Adeptus? Could I, ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh. And have you reasons for this sudden
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean...
Xianyun, are you? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Xianyun and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy One Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a... Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite...
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now.
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer... That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Oh, I was right. I called it.
Whoa. You're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has... Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuendai... They all chose a life. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted.
This is the part where I'm glad I did not have my camera like how I used to. Oh, this quest fucked with me so
One
much.
is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the...
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but
What is mortal life if not one expense after?
Seems like you've really thought of everything. How about we meet up in Liu?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir?
Ooh.
Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future,
New teapot.
you may try quieting
Thing.
your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
Would he be back where we first found him? Or do we just gonna find out? Like, or is he just gonna find out? Oh, well, he's right there. Let me go talk to him, see if I get special dialogue or something.
We meet again, dear.
Great! And it's up!
Hey, we did actually get the chance to tell him.
I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common
He shot me, rude
always
bitch.
thank you for helping me fill in the gaps.
Skyward! Scatter!
Woo! Oh, da, 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 da.
Boring! Useless!
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Ah, the fuck? The tree, my greatest enemy.
Skyward! Scatter!
Dude, her traveling is so fun. I like it.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back. Not even if I worked every... I have to be careful. Yes, you...
We're here, Clow! Miss Xianyun?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my ware. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure
Several hundred?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over...
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can...
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them—
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence.
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Hello.
Oh, she's got like a little cloud retainer outfit.
Master made it for me. I like it.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
I mean, how do you expect she's wearing the clothes she has now?
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly—
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually,
Aww.
I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master?
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must. Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we...
Soon. Ah, there he is.
Is it Zhongli? I bet it's Zhongli.
Allow me to make some
It is!
This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor, and Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
Sakura.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a...
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left...
So you...
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to...
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are...
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Effacing? I don't think I've ever heard that
Not
word.
at all, Mr. Zhongli.
While I am
Word today
loath to
calendar.
butt into this conversation, I must... You two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean...
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do so.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may...
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait!
He's like, please, no.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall... then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland...
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be offered.
Zhongli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
Yes, I miss you, Daddy.
We've been great! How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in this...
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you.
Xianyun.
Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet and further...
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should...
Well, that is true. Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly...
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief.
Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as this city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoots.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic.
Oh? What occasion was
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot.
Triple layer consomme. Ooh,
One has already
that
passed word to
interests me.
Xianyun Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to every?
It should be a...
Shu Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li. He is,
She's like, oh fuck, I can't blow his cover. He's
a humble employee of Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
It feels like Liyue has like awkwardness of just like, these were once powerful gods hiding in plain sight, so everyone knows. They have to be like, oh wait, shit, I can't mention that.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhang.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go.
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That's what I ate as part of the ritual to summon Cloud Retainer.
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Move, float faster. That was a great story quest, though. I enjoyed it. And then just one YOLO single into the weapon manor, because why not? And nothing. Hey, one can dream. Oh, crap. I was going to do Nuvile and Risley's story quest after hers, but honestly, that story quest hit me really close to home. I actually did almost break down crying twice in this stream. I held it together, and that's why if I seem to be super quiet, it was because I was trying not to do that because I really didn't want to. And the reason why is because like my grandma had like suffered dementia a lot in the last 10 years. So seeing her, that old lady struggle really hit to home, especially since the anniversary of her first passing is coming up in a few weeks. So
If you are presently unoccupied.
Understandably, it hit me harder than I expected. But I still enjoyed the quest very
Perhaps we
much.
could stop a while at one's abode for some
And I was
repose
happy I
and
got her.
conversation.
But I'm gonna head out for now. I hope y'all understand, and I think I will be live tomorrow. I haven't decided what. I'll post either my stream schedule for the week, a week for either tonight or tomorrow. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts in order. But yeah, I do know, like, even though I'm on vacation right now, there's things I want to get accomplished during that vacation, so I won't have too many extra long streams, but I do know Sunday on the 4th, me and Brendan, aka Pink Diamond, are going to be streaming Fortnite together, because that was an old sub goal from last year that I meant to get to, but a lot of things happened last year, and it kind of kept getting brushed aside. And I know I'm going to do a subathon on my birthday in April again, so I want to do that because I feel shitty for meeting a sub goal and never doing it. So yeah, so Sunday we're going to try to start at 1 p.m. and then stream for quite a few hours on Fortnite. And for the record, I don't play Fortnite. I know hardly anything about it. And so yeah, that's gonna be fun. Only thing that leaves from the Vine from avatars could make me cry. I mean, honestly, if you can't cry from leaves on the Vine, then honestly, you are either lying or you are not human. Only thing. But yeah, y'all have a great night. I appreciate y'all, and y'all take care. And I will see y'all tomorrow with whatever I have going. So bye-bye.